will he up? He fell down.
Interesting stoppage. Crazy stop. It was quick.
Hey, what's up guys? It is Lucky Punch Sports, and today we're going to be going over my card overview and predictions for UFC 299 taking place this Saturday in Miami. It's a great card, headlined by Sean O'Malley versus Vera, a rematch with a great card overall, so let's get into it. And the first fight on the stacked main card is a bantamweight matchup between Piotr No Mercy Yan and Song the Kung Fu Kid Yadong, the number 4 versus number 7 matchup, but a former champion in Piotr Yan, and they're both strikers with Song Yadong on the younger side at 26, and coming in as the underdog, Song Yadong is a great striker, a ton of UFC finishes, 10 wins already at only 26, and he is a great boxer, a ton of power. He's built so well, and he shows off his combos and his power, but I think he needs to stay calm and utilize his head movement because Piotr Yan is one of the best boxers in the UFC, let alone the bantamweight division, so it will be key for Song Yadong to play it smart, stay calm, and I think he can get the upset win here if he plays his game, takes his time, and moves the head around. Where Piotr Yan really needs a win here, he's on a losing skid. And I think he should just beat Song across the board, get him to the ground, take him down, but still beat him on the feet. I think he's a great boxer, and I say Song Yadong has more power, but Yan is a slightly better boxer, and this may be his chance to get his belt back. But I think Yadong really has to be careful not to get hit with a combo because he has amazing striking, but he tends to stand still when he is throwing, not moving his head. And I think his last fight against Gutierrez showed his striking, how good he is, but also the flaws in his game. So he definitely could get rocked there, but I do like Song Yadong as the underdog. And the next fight is a welterweight bout between the number 4 ranked Gilbert Durinho Burns versus Jack JDM Della Maddalena, and both of these guys are great welterweights obviously, but now at 4-11, Gilbert Burns had his chance as the closest guy to beating Khamzat Chimaev. He had a complete fight with him, but he's a great grappler and a great striker, and I think he needs to beat someone who's not retiring. He has a good resume, but against a lot of washed up people, and really his losses make him more well known. So I think this will be key to stay at the top of welterweight and win any way possible. Everyone knows he's a great grappler, he has a good chin, he's a great striker, but he has tend to lose fights in one way or another. So I think the obvious is stated, but win at all costs. And then JDM, the younger fighter by 10 years, is coming off a great win against Kevin Holland, and he's on a huge unbeaten run, 8 years long with the UFC and other promotions. But he can easily extend the run here, send Burns into retirement. It might not send him into retirement, but maybe one step closer, and this will be the biggest win he can get. This would catapult him up the welterweight leaderboards and the rankings, where they do need some fresh meat at the top to fight for the belt. Burns is a great fighter, but we could be seeing a JDM finish here, as we've seen in a lot of his fights before, and I do like his chances against the vet.
Only MVP is back!
And now we have another banger of a fight in the welterweight division between Kevin, the big mouth, the trailblazer Holland, versus Michael Venom Page, or MVP. And MVP is 36, and this is his UFC debut. He was signed last year, and I've been so excited to see him fight, and who better than Kevin Holland, possibly the most exciting matchup we could have asked for. Kevin Holland is coming off that loss to JDM, but he's known for fighting any way he wants, anywhere he wants, and any time he wants. He's 31 now, and I think he should have fun and make it an exciting fight. MVP is known for his unique style and his absurd knockouts. He had a great run in Bellator and definitely should have came over to the UFC sooner, but this will still be a super exciting fight. But Holland needs to take it seriously. I love against Thompson, he agreed not to grapple, and he stood up and lost. But I think at this point it's a career. I know he doesn't care about the belt, but I want to see him really fight to win. And I think this is still his fight to lose against the veteran MVP, who is going to be underestimated by a lot of people. For both of them, obviously, be the more exciting fighter. I cannot wait to watch this banger of a fight. They're going to be talking. They're going to be throwing crazy stuff. MVP has crazy knees that I think Kevin Holland should watch out for, but Holland's going to be giving everything back that he's given, and I think this will be big for MVP's legacy. He chose this over the PFL, and I think this is huge, beating a ranked UFC veteran that everyone knows is a talented guy. Prove his Bellator run was not fraudulent, but I do like Holland's chances. He is the favorite, but who knows what MVP can do in the UFC. And now we have another banger of a fight in the lightweight division this time, of the number 3 ranked Dustin the Diamond Poirier, a UFC legend, versus Benoit God of War Saint-Denis. And although he is ranked number 12, he is not to be messed with. He is an army veteran in France. He knocked out Frivola bad, and he's going to be climbing up the rankings very soon, but it depends how soon, because Poirier is a UFC legend, and he's 35 now, obviously coming off the head kick to Gaethje, and Gaethje can change people like it did to Tony Ferguson, but I think everyone is forgetting Dustin beat Justin the first time they fought, and I think Dustin can still get a win here, but he needs to be careful of the aggression and power from Saint-Denis. He has so much raw power. This is going to be another amazing fight, and I think he needs a vintage diamond win to get him to be taken seriously again after the Gaethje loss, and he cannot become a gatekeeper. If he loses here, it might officially send him to gatekeeper status until he retires, which will be sad to see, but Saint-Denis has to be careful. He has gone out early in fights, but Poirier is known for doing the same thing, and this is not his typical opponent. Poirier is a UFC vet. He knows what he's doing, but Saint-Denis should show the UFC he's here to stay. He is a big favorite, not huge, but still a big favorite over Dustin Poirier. So it's interesting after the Gaethje loss that Poirier is the underdog now, but you can't forget how good he's been in the past. And now the main event, a absolute banger of a fight between Sugar Sean O'Malley and Chito Vera for the bantamweight belt. This is Sean's first title defense after knocking out Aljo last year at 292, but obviously this is a rematch when Chito's toe hit the nerve of Sugar Sean and won the fight with a vicious ground and pound, but according to the Sugar State Athletic Commission, that fight did not count.
But Sean, he got lucky.
I talked to the Sugar State Athletic Commission, and they took it away. It's not even...
But this will be Sean O'Malley's chance to right his wrongs and correct his record. I think Sean needs to play it smart. He has so many early highlights in his career, just like Aljo, and I think he wants to prove that he's better than Chito, but he shouldn't let his ego take advantage of him, and I think he should be smart. He's a better striker than Chito, and let's face it, a better fighter than Chito overall. Even though he did get the loss, he should get revenge for it, play his game, and I think he can wear him down over the fight to get his first defense. But Chito obviously is an amazing fighter. He's never been finished, so I think Sean has to be careful. If he's going for an early finish, he has to make sure to finish the job, because Chito should look to tire Sean out, use his ego against him, and attack in the championship rounds. This is the best chance Chito will ever get for the belt, and I think he needs to prove the Sugar State Athletic Commission wrong and get the win as the underdog. O'Malley's shown in his fight against Yang, where a lot of people thought he lost, that he does have that dog in him, and he won't give up easy, so this will be a great fight either way. And I think Sean O'Malley should just play his game, use his kicks, use his takedown defense, which is better than you think for someone with his frame, and just use his deadly accuracy to finish Chito and prove he's the champ all along. And now the Lucky Punch Award Show, what you've all surely been waiting for. We start off with the lock of the night, which is Robelis Despain, the minus 425 favorite against Josh Parisian. This will be the lock of the night. We have a huge, tall Taekwondo champion, where if you look at his recent finishes, it wasn't Fury, but most guys can't get out of the first round. In fact, nobody has. So Parisian is a UFC vet, and I think he will not escape the first round, and he will follow the trend.
Just let me click my fingers. I'm taking over everybody. Everybody.
And now the real MVP. The punchline of the night will be MVP's UFC debut against Kevin Holland. This will have a super exciting storyline no matter what happens. Either MVP proves he is for real and he moves up his run in the welterweight division, or Kevin Holland silences MVP. This will be a banger of a fight either way, and not something you'll want to miss.
I want you to say, I love crepes.
Don't you say it, Ricky. These colors don't run.
I'm not gonna say it.
Good.
Hey, look, Frenchie, I thought about it. So why don't you go ahead and break my arm?
I do not want to break your arm, Monsieur Bobby, but I am a man of my word.
Here's the deal. He's not gonna break it, because I'm gonna slip out of it right now. Houdini!
Whoa! Get down, you!
And now the final pick is the Punch Bowl, which will be given to Dustin Poirier versus Benoit Saint-Denis. This will be an absolute bloodbath in the fight. Two guys with crazy knockout power are going to attack early, and I'm pretty sure we will not be caring about the judge's decision after this fight. And now going over my past picks to prove my credibility from UFC 294 on, we're at a 4-1 record for my lock of the night and a 14-9-1 record for my main card picks, which is pretty good but can be better. But I'm just here to help you guys and give you guys picks, and I have a good feeling about this week. And now going over my main card picks, we're going to be starting at the bottom with Petr Yan versus Song Yadong, a bantamweight bout. I think Petr Yan is going to prove he's still a good boxer, but Song Yadong's power will catch him, and Song Yadong will be my first underdog for the card after he knocks out Petr Yan. And the second pick will be Gilbert Burns versus JDM, where I think JDM is going to stay undefeated and beat the veteran in Gilbert Burns. And now for a super exciting fight that can go either way in the welterweight division between Kevin Holland and Bellator veteran Michael Venom Page, or MVP. And MVP has a super fun, exciting, unique style, crazy knockouts, crazy celebrations. And Kevin Holland is pretty much the UFC version of MVP, so this will be a banger. I think they're both going to stand and bang, but MVP's shown he's been knocked out before, so I'm going to give Holland the knockout victory. And now the second to last fight, Dustin Poirier versus Benoit Saint-Denis, a lightweight bout. And I think people are forgetting how tough Poirier is. Another underdog pick here. And I think BSD is going to rush early, and Poirier will get an early knockout to shut down the hype train. And now, the rematch, the main event, a bantamweight title fight for Sean O'Malley, his first title defense against Chito Vera. Chito has never bled, he's never been finished, but I think Sean will be the first to finish Chito if he doesn't get it by decision, but I think Sean will get his first title defense. And don't forget about the amazing prelims for 299. It's weird before 300 they stacked it so heavy, but they did. At the bottom on the early prelims, you will not want to miss Robelis Despan versus Josh Parisian. This is a banger of a fight, a Taekwondo champion. And only on the early prelims, where we also have Pereira. We have Kyler Phillips on the prelims, Gamrot versus Dos Anjos, and Curtis Blades versus Jailton Almeida. All amazing fighters, and I think that Blades-Almeida matchup will be a super fun fight, where Almeida will prove he's not as boring as he looked. So let me know in the comments what you think about my predictions, what your predictions are, anything else about the fight, or videos you want to see next. And please subscribe if you enjoy. It really helps me on the path to 1K. And like the video if you want to see more. And thank you guys for watching.
3-piece dinner with biscuits. Oh,